But,
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, but at the same time, the PvT matchup has been a nightmare for Protoss for a long time now, so I think that's the other side of this argument.
yes. Anyway, here we have him in the bottom right, representing Twisted Minds. It's herO. Probably the best Protoss in the world.
And in the top right, it's ByuN. He is not the best Terran player in the world, but he is a legend in his own right, and he is fully capable of winning this matchup. In the description of this map, Torches, it says, from your natural, you can access a pseudo island. So let's go
Pseudo
ahead and check
Island.
out the natural.
So I'm guessing that that is referring to this, like, gold mineral walled area?
I guess maybe that's what
And
he's talking
yes,
about.
so it's another one of these maps that, yeah, like, it's just this sectioned off part of the map. Like, there's no other way to get there unless you kill these rocks or mine out those mineral patches.
Yeah.
Phoenix has supported
So
with
kind of tricky.
100
You got to keep an
gems.
eye on that. Someone could come through that way to attack you and you don't expect it. That's a good way to die. But I think both players will probably keep an eye on that position for sure. And yeah, what a weird map, spawning on the same side in the history of Golden Wall. So hopefully this map will yield some interesting matches. What's up, Phoenix? How's it going, man? He gifted 100 gems already. What's going on?
Hey, shout out to Phoenix for making that contribution there. For those of you wondering, if you want to support the players, any gems contribution on the channel is forwarded to the players and goes right to the prize pool. So the players greatly appreciate that. And yes, really, yeah, that's just awesome that you guys keep supporting these events. Now we've got herO with his probe being a bit of a nuisance, but ByuN does
Yeah,
get that CC down.
as Protoss have always loved to do since the beginning of Starcraft time. All right, so we got a cybernetics core warping in. Warp gate will get started here from herO. No weird build orders on this new map, but you know, doing pretty
No,
great. Phoenix getting to cast Starcraft, and that is excellent in our opinions.
yeah, nothing too crazy. ByuN skips the Reaper, which on first
Yeah.
glance of this map is understandable because it's like there's really not a lot of positions for the Reaper to get up. I guess this location here, then the ramp, fairly easy to
Yep.
deflect that. And yeah,
Yeah, definitely. And so just kind of adept moved across the map for scouting purposes. And if unlucky, might actually get there on top of that SCV, but no, these Marines are moving to cover it as the adept comes in. Should chase her away before she can get on top of that SCV. Does not get inside the main base. We lifted the supply depots to keep her out. Every Terran's excellent at that too. And another adept is coming in. So the second base should get down here for ByuN. Twilight Council finishing up here from herO, and a Widow Mine is being built along with the Starport here from ByuN.
yeah, that's the beauty of maps like Torches, which do have these little pockets along the side. That's an easy place for, say, a Medivac to fly down. So I imagine that's what we'll be seeing out of ByuN. Although the Adept of herO may have identified that Widow Mine. ByuN is going down the ramp trying to grab the Adepts and push them away. In the end, it does cost him a Marine to push herO back. He almost loses another one. herO is just being super active with these Adepts already. And that's honestly kind of relieving because I was wondering about herO's form. He's playing in tons and tons of tournaments. That makes you wonder how much sleep this guy actually gets, but looks like he woke up on the right foot so far anyway.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's looking really, really sharp here. Making an OBS out of this robo should be his priority because Widowmine drops, again, are super popular and have been for a very long time, especially when there's a kind of a shorter flight distance here between the two bases. So, yeah, I think he's preparing for that. He's got Blink on the way. Blinkstalkers and an Observer can shut down Widowmine drops fairly effectively, but here they come. 3 Widowmines inside a Medivac. And Blink not quite done here. Gonna Chrono Boost an Observer, maybe? No, not Chrono Boosting the Observer. So just hoping to intercept the Medivac and take it down before the
One
unload.
mine probe
And
pull shuts
dead.
it down.
Yeah, and that Widow Mine is... Bam. Gonna accept the 1 probe sacrifice here. And, oh my gosh, there we go. 1 probe sacrifice not accepted by that Widow Mine, unburrowing and reburrowing, and maybe hoping to get picked up here, but nope. Excellent defense there from herO.
Yeah, really, really well done by the Protoss, who's now got Blink and can counter push. The only thing, oh, and he may actually get the Medivac here. He's sensed it out
hunting
for a
it.
second, and ByuN boosts right over the
there's a
Stalkers,
blink.
turns around. Okay.
Good vision.
Good reaction.
Great
Yeah,
vision.
that's for sure. Now,
Yeah.
I talked about how Reapers have a hard time getting up on this map, but it seems that the same may be true for Blink Stalkers, as ByuN has really nice tank position. He does have a bunker that goes down, immediately starts building a new one, but all that's doing is
Yeah.
buying him time and keeping him safe. Maybe herO could like go break down these rocks and try to blink up into the main base over there, but all in all, it does look like a fairly defensible map from the Terran.
Certainly. We've got our debris here, which again is called debris, but it's obviously some kind of Zerg organism that's dying slowly. What's up, Aki? What's up, Samacron, joining the stream today? Good to see both of y'all here. And yeah, it looks like we're going to try to blink into the main base.
Oh,
Good
I
call,
love
Latin
this.
Games.
herO
Yeah.
going for Zealots, and then the Blink Stalker's potentially going to unload the Zealots on top of the tank if he can. He does eat a Siege Tank shot rather early on, so that does soften up a lot of the Stalkers. Another tank, meanwhile, getting set up. Raven goes down. Medivac should be the next target from herO. That actually stays alive, which is important. And then the Stalkers, they do pick off the tank. However, that was not cheap for herO. He lost 6 Stalkers, 3 Zealots to make that play happen, so more of a trade than just getting damage done. Now he is blinking and using the Prism to double micro these Stalkers.
Yeah, oversaturating his second refinery here as ByuN in all this chaos. More SCVs keep going down, man. That's 4, that is 5, that is 6. That is an excellent, excellent pickup here for these last 4 remaining Stalkers. hero's taking a third base back behind this pressure, warping in at Templar Archives, getting charged, and they are still unchecked. Siege Tank trying to burn them down here, but 9 SCVs are down, and the Stalkers, where did they go? Oh, into that War Prism in the top right. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, the initial trade wasn't that bad from ByuN, but then herO dragging it out with the Prism to get those additional 9 SCV kills really was phenomenal. The Terran's now queuing up, looking to go for a drop. He's got his units just chilling in the Medivac. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's the next level of meta, trying to bait the Protoss and going in when really there's Marines and Marauders in the Medivac. Or just ByuN was waiting to go for that drop. There we go. Now he goes for it. But herO should have a pretty good idea that this is coming. Stalkers unloading. They do get pushed away by a tank.
And back home in Protosville, it's great. Getting Storm, saturating that thing up. It's 59 to 49 workers in favor of herO. Storm, the chrono boost on that is going to help it get done super duper fast. Got combat shield, +1 infantry armor.
ByuN's coming in.
And here comes the drop.
He doesn't actually commit to it, though.
He saw the High Templar.
I do wonder if that would have been an opportunity for the Terran. Like, there at most would have been 1 Psy Storm there, which is a lot, yes, but then there was only 2 High Templar and 2 Zealots. So I think they're... I don't know. Anyway, ByuN playing it passive, herO misrallying an Observer as he clearly... Or misrallying an Immortal.
An Immortal, yeah, look at that. The lone Immortal in the middle of the map, completely lost. He's like, what am I doing again? Go home.
I'm not an Observer.
I mean, I can scout. I do have decent vision, but yeah. Let's not be out there by myself. I'm not really a solo unit under any circumstances. Ooh, that pylon is trying to set up, or that probe is trying to set up a base down here. Bottom left also happening. herO going to pull some units over to the bottom left to defend that 4th base he's working on. ByuN, no 3rd base from this guy, but he's already working on Ghosts.
Oh, this is one of the maps with the healing shrine.
A Zelnaga healing shrine.
I didn't know any of these actually made it into the map pool. It's also a detector, apparently, which is very interesting.
Does it heal mech units or just bio?
I think it heals everything, I want to say.
Whoa, that's cool.
Because I don't think that would be very fair to Protoss if it just healed, well, mech units. But
yeah, right.
Anyway,
that would be funny.
We do have herO looking to poke out a little bit. He's got this Psystorm, Charge Lot, Stalker composition, 3 Immortals as the backbone, but then teching into further Robotech with that Robotics Bay on the way. Colossus are very good for rounding out a Protoss army. Meanwhile, ByuN has just been powering, only getting his 3rd base on location and up now. So he has built up quite an army.
Yeah, crazy late. Charge lots are ready to go here. Psystorm getting hits off as well. It is 99 to 76 army supply. ByuN brings him some reinforcements. Warp Prism gets sniped out of the sky here. ByuN repositioning for yet another engagement. Maybe high ground siege tanks making him think twice about it.
Missed EMP by ByuN.
Yeah, and are we sniping here with the ghost? Psystorm says yes. High Templar gets picked off. Psystorm trying to keep those guys on the right side away, but they're charging through the storm anyway. Immortals trying to do what they can against the Marauders and against the injured
Oh,
Marines.
another
Army
storm,
value
though.
looking crazy. Yes, great storm again. And then charging up the ramp here. herO thinks maybe he can bust through, and he is. At least temporarily. Okay, those Zeldas are going to get cleaned out, but they're going to take SCVs with them. They're taking ghosts with them. Army value was a huge advantage for ByuN. It's gone now, and ByuN's third base is going to die here too if he doesn't save it. My goodness.
The only reason that herO didn't just win the game there, though, possibly, is because he lost that prism a minute earlier. If he has that prism and he warps in like 8 zealots, ByuN is just screwed. So he can thank his lucky stars that he picked that off. But now it's still a very uncomfortable position for the Terran. He's down on army supply. herO's making Colossus. He's already got 2 out. And that is very scary, having to deal with herO who's got Colossus and Archon Immortals. It's looking like a really strong Protoss army.
Yeah, I mean, that 5th base is warping in 2 up that left side. He's feeling good. Up a whole base. Up 75 to 62 workers. I mean, herO's in a fantastic position here. I'm not sure what ByuN is going to be able to do. Some clutch EMPs would be amazing.
Yeah, EMPs definitely can make the difference. Widowmine kills off that Zealot, I believe. But ByuN's just going to have to sit back and, yeah, hope herO gives him the time of day in order to build up this killer Terran army with lots of ghosts, lots of Vikings, so then he can potentially take that great fight he needs. But herO's not really giving ByuN the time he may want as he moves out on the map. He does have another prism just being produced now, so it's not quite with this army, but herO is chomping at the bit to finish what he started earlier.
Yeah, he's engaging with this. That is way too small of a Terran army to be scary. Widowmine's getting a decent connection there. Couple Stalkers die, but ByuN is not dissuaded, man.
Okay, there is a High Templar, and an EMP does not shut down all those Psystorms. Vikings, though, they do catch one of the Colossus. ByuN now can heal up that bio, as it wasn't all finished off after that storm. Zealots are being rallied towards that 3rd base, though, to try and hurt ByuN's economy, but ByuN does push it back. He's playing quite a good defense so far.
Yeah, I agree with that conclusion. He's defending. He's just not getting a 4th base, and herO's 5th base is looking great. herO just kind of keeping an eye on potential 5th bases here, or 4th bases from ByuN. My apologies. And I don't know, Vikings and Ghosts are definitely what ByuN needs to be doing here. But getting up these ramps into Terran positions is so difficult.
herO Stalkers on the hunt to try and pick off high-value targets. Now, time isn't necessarily a bad thing for ByuN, because in 5 seconds he will have his 2-2 upgrades done, which will give him a technical upgrade lead against herO. He is trying to bully his way down now to take this command center. It's taking so much heat already, though, and that does force the fight. ByuN getting a little greedy there, maybe thinking herO would just back off, but he does not. And at the very least, herO is going to get this command center, so ByuN is going to need a miracle engagement, but he doesn't get it. And now he is down on 3 bases for at least a little while longer here.
Yeah, nothing in the production tab indicates he's getting another command center. He could float the one from the main here if he was really desperate, which might be something he wants to do. SCV's trying to long distance mine, not a safe for work location, guys.
No, that is not a nice location to try and mine from for the SCVs. ByuN has had really good attack angles throughout this, but here we see herO. He's got High Templar in the prism. Once again, Vikings do pick it off, and only 1 High Templar unloads. It does have to drop out at Psystorm. So again, a good engagement for ByuN. He's actually going to take the fight to herO now, saying it's now or never. Vikings pick off one of the Colossus. There's only 1 remaining. Looks like it will be finished off. This is looking like a decent fight for the Terran, who's got the even upgrades now.
Yeah, he does actually get an Immortal there. This Archon's still getting work done before he gets picked off. And Protoss falls back, 71 to 63 army supply, and he does float the Orbital from the main down here to that 4th base location. It's all he can do. Air weapons finishing up here from ByuN, pumping out Colossus 2 at a time now, is herO. EMPs, big EMPs, Storm on the other side of it, an EMP on that High Templar, and a pickoff on the HT2. ByuN playing well the last 60 seconds or so. Ooh. Doesn't have a huge army up this way, but man, it is potent as herO's taking a double expand situation here. Going for a 6th and a 7th. And an 8th?
Yeah,
No,
I
just
think that's
whatever.
an 8th.
It's a lot. My
So,
gosh, I think you're right about that, too.
While ByuN may have taken some good fights, it's not necessarily enough, as herO just has such an economy compared to his opponent. Now this base is being bullied once again. ByuN does land an EMP. He may lose the CC. Repair and liftoff does save it for now, so he hangs on. He's just not dying this game.
Yeah, he's defending really well, but he's got really no means to move out onto the map. He's defending, but herO is taking advantage of that fact that ByuN is stuck at home by taking 1,000 bases. That is 8 bases.
Yeah, herO knows he can just trade honestly however he wants and still win this game. ByuN, he took some good fights, but losing that 4th base really was the nail in the coffin for him.
Yeah, and I mean, look, ByuN is getting damage off on these Colossus, but no, GG herO takes game number 1. Whew. Looking pretty good, I'd say herO. Again, he's playing a lot. And is that going to make him tired? Is that going to make him be on top of his game? Maybe it's an on top of a game type scenario. I think that's what we're looking at here. And impressive display out of herO, man. Taking the whole map. That's how you got to be Terran, dude. Out-expand them, out-income them, out-mineral and gas mine them. And you're going to have a pretty good time in the long run. So, GG's, dude. We're going to move on into our game number 2 here in a second. But be sure to tap that like button below the stream. Just lets the algorithm know that people are here watching it here on souplive.com. We're going to go to ley lines for game number 2. So we're familiar with this map. That was a new one. Torches? Called Torches? Torches. New map. This one's an older one.
Yeah, it looks quite interesting. It'll be neat to see more of that map for sure, and we may get more of it later today.
Yeah, seems likely. I mean, if it wasn't vetoed by either of these players, then I imagine our next set of dudes here, Cure and Shin, will probably have a good time with it too. That'd be fun. Aki's trying to call Nightbot commands to the stream. I don't think Nightbot works here.
Yeah, they did add a
Not
bot.
on Live at all. Oh, they did.
So we could set one of those up if
stuff.
needed, but I'm not sure what we'd need one for.
Nah, not yet. Maybe later.
Anyway, in the top right, it's ByuN.
And in the bottom left of ley lines, herO. Looking good.
Is that SOS as his portrait?
I don't know.
It's definitely 99%. That's like definitely not herO.
No, I mean it could be just honoring that SOS is back. Right?
It could be, yeah. And
it's
he
like,
is
hey,
back.
my fellow Protoss is back.
I tried to get him to play in this event, but he was focused on the GSL. So.
I mean, not that herO's not focused on the GSL.
No, herO just has the mindset of I will win everything.
Yeah. He's just going to grind and grind and grind. Like, Protoss needs to win something here. Needs to win a GSL, and I'm going to be the one to do it. I like it.
Yeah, ByuN and herO are two players that both have very, very good work ethics. Playing in lots of tournaments, that kind of thing. herO being an absolute nightmare with that probe.
Yeah, it's what the best Protoss players can do. It's a tiny, tiny part of the game, but, you know, if you're good with it, Terrans hate playing against you.
ByuN does go for a single gas factory prior to Expo, which is honestly a build that was really quite revolutionary for the Terran and bridging sort of macro and early aggression against Protoss when it first came out. I think it was TY who really popularized it. But look at that. herO recalls the probe just for the moral victory. Keeps that alive.
Yeah, so far, nothing crazy. No proxy attempts, no weird cannon rushing here from herO. He's like, I can play normal against this Terran. I got this thing. And yeah, every Protoss is like, oh, if only every PvT looked like that. If only we could win GSLs once again. If only we could be super competitive in something like an esports World Cup. It'd be beautiful. And maybe this is the year. Maybe
I
2025
don't know if
is the
it's
year
that
happens.
bad for them, but
What? When's the last time they haven't won a GSL in like 4 years?
yeah.
I mean, it's not like a decade, but it's pretty bad.
The last Protoss to win a GSL was probably herO, right?
I'm gonna pull up the list here real quick.
It was probably 2021, 2022, and then he went into the military.
Yeah, 2022. Yep. So it's been 2 years, almost 3 years since they've won a GSL. It's been Maru. I mean, it's been who were the winners here? Yeah, Maru, Solar, Maru, Solar, Maru, Dark.
Yeah, and herO was he was in the military for like half that time period as well.
That is true. Man, it'd be nice if another Protoss could stand up here.
It really would be. And we're having SOS come back. I think the big bummer is that Zest hasn't come back. Like, I don't know if he's done his military service yet, but we also had Stats back for a little bit, but he seems to have gone away again.
Let's see. Zest is he's not back from his military service
Oh, okay,
yet.
cool.
So he's coming back.
How, when does that end? Like, it should be done soon.
It doesn't have a date when it started.
Yeah, and then
I don't think it
Trap
has.
as well. He's back now, but he hasn't been playing, or he's quote-unquote back, but he hasn't really been playing much. So it's like, it really has just been herO, for the most part, carrying the Protoss torch of former champions that has been playing super consistently.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it doesn't help in the foreign side of things that we have our best Protoss who doesn't go to LAN events. So maybe Clem will win will win the Esports World Cup playing Protoss against herO.
I know. I think, oh man, we've talked about this, but if you're a Protoss, are you happy about that? Are you like, it's a Protoss win? Or are you like, a filthy Terran is cosplaying as my beloved Protoss and they win this thing? I would be kind of mad, honestly.
Yeah, it is a little bit of an odd situation. I don't think we'll ever see it happen. Like, I don't think there's any way Clem... Like, he plays a lot of Protoss and stuff, but I haven't watched, like, all the games or anything, but from my understanding is he pretty much opens up, like, the same build every single game. So I'm not sure he's got the depth to do that or not.
Right. No. Yeah, I don't think it's very likely at all. He'd have to get much better, 100% as Protoss, but, you know, never say never. It'd be funny.
It would be very funny.
And I mean, every Terran and Zerg player in the world would be like, oh, okay, so all the Protoss players just suck. That's all it is. It's not Protoss is weak. You've been complaining about imbalances in the game, and that's not what it is. Your players are just garbage. Clem came in and won with Protoss, so obviously he's skilled enough to do it, and none of your guys are. Cry more. And it's like, ooh, that would be brutal. That would be a brutal experience.
ByuN is going for one heck of a tank all-in.
Yeah, he's bringing a lot of Marines, a lot of tanks, a couple SCVs for repair and buffering purposes. Does get scouted by herO. He sees it coming. He throws up shield batteries. He's working on Colossus. Extended thermal lances on the way.
One Colossus
not going to be part of this. Yeah. He doesn't have enough chrono boost to do everything he wants to do here.
Combat shield being done for ByuN is going to be very, very nice because it will make those Marines at least able to take like an extra Colossus swipe. Now the tanks delete one of those batteries. The other one has already had some of its energy used up. Turrets going down as well, so when the Phoenix commit on for this, they're going to be hit hard. herO tries to lift up some units on the other side, but ByuN wisely pooled his units up. He's spamming down turrets in order to keep these tanks safe. I believe a turret just killed off the Observer, so no free vision for herO. And now 3 tanks are getting sieged up on the Protoss third. Phoenix fly back over the turrets. That definitely hurts.
Yeah, he wants to pick up the tanks, but the turret production preventing that. That is a genius move from ByuN. The third base of herO gets taken out. But extended thermal lance is done. There are 2 Colossus. There's another one on the way. ByuN is just full sending, man. No SCV production at all here. He's trying to win this thing now. Depowering the shield battery by killing that pylon. He's picking up reinforcements on the other side of the map there, too, as heroes try to send stuff in. Yeah, he is lifting and killing with the Phoenix a little bit there, which is a
Oh
good use
man.
of those guys.
herO is in a very dicey position because like ByuN is already at his natural just about. He's building more turrets. There's no charge for the Protoss, which is what Toss usually needs to break a situation like this. This is just such a strong timing from ByuN, and the Phoenix have not been carrying their weight. Like they've got a few reinforcements, but not much.
Hallucinated Colossus. I love it. He's like, look at that. I've got more Colossus than you thought. And ByuN says, I have siege tanks. What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Yeah, the natural is now being threatened by these siege tanks, so herO has no choice but to pull the trigger. Phoenix are flying on in. There's so many Marines to gun down those Phoenix, though. ByuN actually goes forward with them, deals with the hallucinated Colossus first, so it's not a perfect engagement for the Terran, but herO still fails to clean this up.
Yeah, I think that's it. 52 to 32 army supply bunkering out in front, turreting and tanking out in front here. Phoenix trying to deal with this, but not really working. Charge is done, but how many zealots are there? Four zealots to try to deal with this. A lot of these dudes are injured. In fairness, no medevacs to heal them up either. This is very much an all-in.
More SCVs are coming across the map for ByuN. 2 Archons are morphing for the toss, but they actually got pushed forward into the tank, so one of them dies. There's no battery at the natural to heal the other one up either. There's the extra SCVs, which can now repair up the tanks, repair up the bunker. Meanwhile, Phoenix are trying to kill off a single siege tank that's crossing the map. Recall gets utilized. herO recalls a Colossus right into the line of fire, and it's just been a slow and painful death for the Protoss here.
Yeah, that natural base dying definitely signals the end from herO. He's not willing to tap out. However, he recognizes a lot of SCVs got pulled. ByuN's economy is not incredible, but his army value certainly is.
There it is.
One last hurrah coming on in with the Archons, with charge lots, with probes, and that's your GG. Yeah. ByuN ties the series up 1-1. Not willing to go out without a fight. Impressive attack from our guy.
Yeah. Really great choice of build by ByuN, and that's the risk of committing to Phoenix against something like that. Like, ByuN just had so many Marines, so many tanks, and it's like Phoenix could not deal with either of those things easily.
No. If it had been a Widowmine drop opening, then yeah, the Phoenix would have wrecked it, but he just kind of guessed wrong, got hard countered, and poof, he done. So that is game 2. We're tied up. That's exciting. I like it. I like that we're getting a 1-1 setup here in the first 2 games of a best of 5. Turns it into a best of 3. Both players have felt each other out. And let's see if herO, what he decides to do next here, because Phoenix obviously not the answer. We're on Tokamak. Another new map here for game number 3. Says a wide macro map with 16 bases. There's a typo in this. There are 2 hybrid bases with minerals blocking a path. The path can be opened by mining or by destroying the cooling towers behind the base, which crushes all blue mineral nodes. There are 2 typos in this write-up. Gotta work on this, guys. We got bought by Microsoft, for heaven's sakes. Show some quality.
I was
here.
actually thinking about that as I was like searching for maps, because I'm like, oh, like, because like, you know, you search for a map and it always pops up either the Blizzard version or like the community version or whatever that the map maker originally uploaded. And now I'm like, this is completely done a 180, because in the past I'd have been like, all right, Blizzard map, this is going to be the good one. And now I'm like, probably not. Because I'll introduce ByuN. There's ByuN anyway in the bottom left.
Hey, look, it's herO. He's doing great.
Figured I'd get that out of the way. We're on Tokamak. Before I rant a little bit, because Blizzard has completely disabled uploading new mods and arcade modes to any Starcraft 2 server because of the injection exploit that was present. So map makers so arcade developers cannot update their maps, which is just going to completely kill that community, because Blizzard just did that as the easy fix to when people were using that inject exploit instead of actually fixing it.
Right. I hope they're working on it. They haven't
hope so
been just
too.
like, we're just killing the arcade by.
Yeah, but it's Blizzard, so it's like, would that honestly surprise you?
No.
So it's like,
no,
oh
I
my
just
gosh.
felt like when Microsoft bought it, that they would respect RTS enough to like throw a bone to Starcraft 2, but apparently that is not happening.
Yeah, if it is happening, it's very slow forthcoming.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just
So
like,
far.
come on, Blizzard, like at least make a post to be like, hey, we're disabling this for now, but we'll fix it soon. No communication or anything like that. So
Nope. Not looking good.
nope. Yep, StarCraft 2 is a game that needs a very, very minimal amount of love to keep it the best RTS, and we're not getting that yet.
Not so much, no.
Okay, so Reaper opening from ByuN. Actually gonna try and scout out, poke herO a little bit. He does go for the double gas opening, gets up the command center on the high ground, nice and safe.
First Reaper of the day. How you doing, man?
I was wondering
Trying
what
not
that...
to die to an adept.
Yes, that's the Reaper's first objective. I was wondering what that zapping sound was, but it's the aesthetics on the map.
Yes, whatever this is. Zap, zap, zap. Underground power generators, sure. Why not? All right, Twilight Council from herO finishing up now. Probably going to be Blink, just a very safe and economical way to open up against whatever the heck the Terran player is doing. Depp saved his own butt by hopping up a cliff. Introduced.
Yeah,
in
the adept might
2010.
regret that decision once this cyclone pops out, though. herO needs to be careful. Does get locked on, so the cyclone should be able to kill one of these, and it will. The second adept gonna eat a few shots, take some shield damage. So nice pick off by the Terran there. Protoss should have that timing memorized. Come on, herO.
Definitely. Reaper might get a probe kill? Seriously? Oh, totally does get a probe kill. I mean, gonna die, but... Oh, hang on! Juking, running... Oh, 2 Stalker hits take him out. 1 Stalker hit, he would have survived. Bummer. Reaper Marine tank pushing again?
Yeah.
He sure looks like he is.
We'll see, because you really got to respect that blink timing as the Terran. It's only 30 seconds out. herO does have a battery at the natural as well. Yeah, does ByuN just turn around and play it safe? He is 1-1-1-ing. The Protoss has scouted this, but then ByuN does throw up an extra racks after that. But yeah, like, ByuN does seem to be committing with this. This is so risky because herO's got Blink Stalkers and now he's moving out on the map. Okay. He's gonna land the Viking to add some more muscle to this push. herO's going around with his Stalkers, potentially just going to go for a bit of a counterattack and force ByuN's hand. He's going to see those 2 Marines and know the situation he's in. ByuN's going to have to do more than just cancel this 3rd base. He's coming in with his 2 tanks. He unloads them in the face. herO just recalls the rest of his Stalkers to try and shut this down. The Medivac is now juggling the tanks, which I don't even think have time to siege. ByuN realizing that, the Viking now comes forward a little bit late to the fight. The Medivac gets shot down, and herO is going to shut this down, it would seem, with a bit of a probe pull, but the battery's doing lots of work. GG.
GG. Yeah, there you go. Guess what? Blink Stalkers are better against that kind of thing than Phoenix are. Who knew? Oh, yeah, excellent job there. Defending, recalling those Stalkers back home is incredibly important, without a doubt. And he manages to shut it down despite being significantly down in army value. Shield batteries help. Blink Stalkers are just that good, man. And that is a 2-1 lead now from herO. Oof. Excellent work. Let's get into the next map here. We are just cruising through this series. PvTs, it's very rare to get like a 20-30 minute game in this matchup. Just the nature of what it is. It's Maganatha. Dedicated to the Egyptian caster, Magnath.
Oh, cool.
Natha, an old map. Maganatha, the latter edition. No, appears to be new. I was thinking Jagannatha.
Oh, yeah.
Jagannatha was an old
Easy
map. That's
mistake to
right.
make.
Yeah, totally. Too embarrassed by that. But Maganatha is here. Let's see. Wow, very interesting map for sure. No real description of what it's all about, but we can
Mystery,
figure
that's
it
what
out.
it's all about. Big thanks to everyone for
Yeah.
tuning in to this cup, by the way. I do see there is like a little bit of lag on my end. So I will do a reboot after this series.
Good idea. All right, herO. We got this. One more game. He moves on to our best of 7 finals.
And it's actually quite a bit of lag. Man, I knew I should have rebooted my PC. It had been on for like 3 days.
Yeah, good indicator. You probably should do that.
We will do that after this game.
All right.
Okay, so very roundabout scout for ByuN with his SCV, and going behind the natural of herO actually shows itself, hoping to go for an eBay block, and does go for an eBay block right in the face of the probe. So herO gets an early start on killing this SCV, and then we'll just be able to cancel it with probes. So great shutdown by the Protoss.
Yeah, you just got to pull those workers, man. Just got to do it. And I know you lose mining time. You're going to be reluctant to do that, I understand. But if herO's doing it, Protoss players, you got to react the same way he does there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like when you don't see the Terran go for the eBay or something like that, and like you don't find it till it's like 70% done, and it's like, maybe not. But when you find it that early, yes. Do go ahead and build your, or do go ahead and pull probes against that. Because it makes the Terran feel like an idiot. Trust me, I know from experience. Okay, Reaper on the way out for ByuN, looking for a potential scouting probe of herO. Yeah, what an interesting...
You're not going to find much there. Zelnaga Watchtower. Oh, destructible Zelnaga Watchtower?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Now?
You destroy the cooling tower and it crushes the tower. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? So up there, yep, that cooling tower,
okay,
if you kill it, it'll
gotcha.
fall down and destroy the Zelnaga tower.
Then you have to destroy the cooling tower remnants, probably, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
Huge
it's like,
pain in the butt to
kill
take that
two
base.
things to get a gold base.
Yeah. I kind of like it. I like making it hard to take gold bases.
Yeah.
Some maps are just like, oh, no, here's a gold. Like, that's not how it's supposed to work.
Yes, I think that's very, very cool when map makers explore with that kind of thing. Timing for ByuN a little unfortunate as the Adept is able to delay the command center a significant amount. Widowmine is on the way out. The Adept makes it into the main and will be locked inside the main, but it's actually going to be able to kill another SCV, then throws out a shade, and it doesn't get out at least for ByuN. So he will get that Adept, but herO recalls it. He's so smart.
Got it out. Scouted the whole Widowmine drop opening here. Working on Stalkers, working on a Twilight Council. Blink getting started immediately. It's like, all right, you want to try to Widowmine drop me? Go right ahead. I've been dealing with this 8,000 times a day for the last 5 years. So, like, good luck. If not longer. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, Widowmine drops are pretty darn good. No, that was just a great play by herO. As a caster, as already, I'm going to be like, but was it worth it if he loses the Adept? And then he's like, nope, not losing the Adept. So.
Nope. Important.
Really well done by herO. He's got a nice worker lead, more than just the usual Protoss worker lead at the start of the game. He hasn't taken any extra gases at his natural yet either. Just getting out that third Nexus nice and quick. Constant probe production. And then the hallucinated Phoenix to boot to get a nice scout on the Terran. Oh. ByuN has his drop be spotted.
I mean, yes. He knew it was coming. Like, herO's gonna scout this thing. Hallucinated Phoenix pretty good at doing that, it turns out. Do you have an SSD, Laughing Games, or is it a spinny disk?
Oh, I'm on an SSD.
You're on an SSD, and your computer starts to, like, lack up after 3 days of being on?
To be fair, I have been playing the Rome Total War mod, which is, like, I don't know how big it is. It's probably, like, at least 100 gigs, but, like, it's on an SSD, and it takes a long time to load, and it crashes lots, so I don't know. I'm guessing that's the cause of it. Or it could just be bad connection to the Korean server, and not related at all.
Okay.
Yes, I actually recently upgraded an SSD. Upgraded to another SSD, anyway.
Excellent. Everyone should have an SSD in 2025.
Yeah, definitely.
Zelnaga Tower has not been destroyed yet, so it's being used as a Zelnaga watchtower. Very fun.
Six gateways getting thrown up for herO, and this is looking a little scary timing-wise from ByuN, because those gates are going to be done well before Stimpack, so it's not like herO's racing against the clock to be hitting warp-ins. He's going to be able to do, like, at least 2 full 8-gate warp-ins prior to ByuN possibly attacking.
Yeah, I mean, he's as ready as you can be.
Yeah, look at that. 900 minerals in the bank. Is ready to hit tons and tons of warp-ins. Warp-in and Stalkers. Charge is almost done. He does have a lot of minerals. I'm curious if it'll just be more Zealots or if he will go for a 4th base soon. Either way, herO is in just such a dominating position off the way this macro game has opened up, killing those 2 SCVs. Normally you say 2 SCVs isn't a huge deal, but in this case it's a big deal, as it's really compounded. ByuN trying to just get up his 3rd base, going to lose the mine, loses the medivac, potentially going to have his 3rd canceled. It's not like he's got Stimpack yet.
No, he doesn't, or Combat Shield. He's trying to fight this with fairly unupgraded Marines here. Medivac support, yes, but this kiting is way more effective against those Marines if they are squishy and they don't have that high attack boost.
herO having an observer in a really, really nice position. It's difficult to say what ByuN should do in a position like this on a map this size. Like, this map has got so much ground for the Terran to cover if he ever wants to attack. Excellent dodge on that Widow Mine by herO. ByuN has got like a few tanks out so he can sit back and stay alive, but getting anything more done is going to be a blessing. This is a really concerning position for the Terran.
It is. Well, that's the nature of what Game 1 has looked like. And now this one, too. Kind of the same thing. The longer it goes on, the worse it is. What is killing probes?
Oh, the
Raven.
Raven.
Auto turret her ass up the left side here in herO's bases. All right, all right. 4 probes go down. Not too bad.
Yeah, really nicely done.
Yeah, Terran's working on concussive shell. You know, Marauders against these Colossus is always a fine thing to do. Probably start adding Vikings if the Colossus count gets too concerning, but for now, Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, gonna get the job done as far as ByuN is concerned. Yeah, auto turret, toss another one down.
Yeah,
Probe
that's
dead,
nice.
and probe pull, lost mining time here. Shield battery helping out.
If only this Raven was back at home to see this observer that is giving herO all the information. Ghost Academy getting thrown down by ByuN. The Terran still is only on 3 bases, just getting that established now after that initial cancel. Meanwhile, the Toss has his 4th base done, fully saturated, getting up his 5th base now. Scan does kill off that observer, which is nice. ByuN really will just have to play this out in the way that is a little scary, just sitting back, trying to out-macro the Toss and out-trade. Sort of like game number 1, was it? Where he was, yeah.
That was 1, yep.
Stalkers grab a Widow Mine. Here.
Yeah, Viking production, Ghost production, good tank positioning, and looks like a Zealot run-by attempt, maybe. An acceleration zone. Okay, those are fun.
Yeah,
Haven't
that's
seen a
cool.
speed zone in a map in a while.
This map really is huge, so I actually do find those
Yeah.
quite cool to sort of make, like, run-bys taking the long path quicker.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the idea. Dark Shrine on the way from herO. A little DT action, maybe just turning them into Archons. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, ByuN has just macroed up off of 3 bases. He's on an okay economy, but his army's gonna be looking quite nice. Now he's adding in Ghosts, getting 2-2, adding in Vikings. There is, like, it's still quite an alright spot for herO, but ByuN has set this game up so there is a chance if he takes a good fight, he can potentially just win the game off the back of it. Raven, being so bold, does make it out of there again. The Terran now going to be looking to secure up that 4th base.
All right, this is good. Couldn't really get a 4th base going in the game 1, so that's nice. But man, herO just keeps getting bases. Top right. Might go for bottom left. Who knows? There's another Nexus coming in. So there's that top right. There's the one towards the middle center left that he's taken. Double expanding right now. Yeah, hero's just like, man, yeah, if you want to sit back, I'm willing to take you down with a big bank and 200 supply of Protoss, dude.
ByuN double scans to see the toss positioning. Zealots coming on in. There is lots of bio to buffer against it. ByuN does need to find this observer, so then herO can't just poke in anytime he's out of position.
Oh my gosh.
We've got a fusion core on the way.
Play advanced ballistics, but going battle cruisers would make some people very happy.
Yes, I'm sure it definitely would. It's like ByuN and herO heard your comment. Oh, breaks down those rocks. That's cool. That there wasn't that many long TVP games.
Yeah. Well, we're only at 12 minutes. If this gets to 20, I'll be surprised.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see it ending before then if herO just takes a good fight.
Yep.
Zealots
ByuN making 3 CCs at a time. Yeah,
prism.
Zealot warping could be problematic here down this left
This is
side.
going to be so close. The turrets aren't going to finish in time.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, this prism. Such a lucky prism. The timing literally off by half a second.
Yeah. Zealots distracting people in the natural base while also happening inside the main base while also...
Oh, he gets 3 siege tanks. Oh, there's the DTs and the Zealots.
They're trying to maybe get rid of advanced ballistics. No, they do just go after the marauders that are sent to kill them. DTs are in their base too. Scan to try to pick those guys out. Turrets getting wiped. ByuN pulling home. It's a full disaster here as these DTs are just ruining him. And if the turrets are gone, your only available scan is scan.
herO only has
detection is scan.
4 assimilators.
And then he recalls home. Does he really?
Yes.
Not taking gases anywhere else?
He's got 17 gateways and 4 assimilators.
What
Okay, there we go. He builds 2 more because he had 4,000 minerals in the bank and no gas. Like, he might have warped in more stuff had he not done that. But anyway, ByuN is still alive in this game. He's remaxing out. herO's looking to poke on in, so ByuN will have to reposition his army. Liberator's getting set up on the planetary is very nice to defend it from Dark Templar. No disruptors.
EMPs. Yeah, no disruptors here. Colossus the splash damage and High Templar, but, you know, EMP's pretty good. The citizens arrest there on that Stalker. SCV's dying like crazy, man. 13.
Oh,
14.
no, it died anyway. Pardon my observing.
No, took it out. 16 SCVs went down. That DT is a hero among Protoss. ByuN cannot move out today, and if you can't move out and there's this many bases for the Protoss, you're just gonna die.
DTs are cracked, man. The fact that there was 2 Liberators there and then they still killed the PF.
Yeah, DT attack speed is slow.
Okay, ByuN building more CCs. He's maxed out still. So he's still in a position that he could take a good fight and potentially win the game. herO just needs to keep adding on production, keep making the most of his economy. But ByuN's army is quite big. After losing those SCVs, he's now got a higher army supply than the Protoss. He's got Ghosts, Marines, Marauders, all things which are better than mass Zealots for the most part. And ByuN realizes this, so he's just going to take a fight. Vikings kill the Colossus. Liberators coming on in now. This is so many Zealots for herO. But ByuN just melts it all.
Yeah, he's up massively in army supply, but the remax here from herO is going to be pretty quick. He's adding disruptors into the mix as well. And, I mean, herO's got the corners. He's got center bases. He's got right side bases. ByuN says, what's that about having the corners, you say? And does force a cancel on that Nexus, but that just encourages herO to go for a counterattack down the right side because ByuN's so far away from defending his fourth base there.
Yeah, Stalkers to kill the Liberators too is a very nice touch by herO. Not just using Zealots, to use Stalkers instead. And they will blink on top of the Liberators.
Bam. And then like 3 more show up and the whole army responds. And ooh, good pick off on a Viking there on the retreat. Not bad. Knocking down the debris.
Okay, herO.
Lot. Ooh, on top of Ghosts. Army Valley, we're back. herO is back with his army, but ByuN's maxed out too. EMP is getting tossed down to Colossus, swiping away, trying to make this thing happen. Just into the Liberators we go, trying to target fire those things in particular. Who knows? But either way, a little bit too bunched up
Disruptor.
is ByuN's army. And yeah, that's Disruptor time, but they weren't quite ready for that yet.
EMPs continuing to go down from the Terran. This is such an odd situation where ByuN's army is the one that's scarier than his opponents. Like, the Terrans just able to sit back, let the Protoss throw wave after wave at them. I do love how ByuN did turn this base into a planetary. Big fan of that. And then ByuN just sitting on 4 bases 17 minutes into this game.
Yep. It's not great. I mean, herO is just everywhere. This is just a remake of Game 1, except that ByuN is allowed to have the 4th base this time. I think just based on how the map is set up, it's a little bit easier for him to get it.
Nice use of ByuN's terrain against him, throwing a Disruptor into that choke. Command Center does stay alive, so no real damage gets done. ByuN moving forward, gets the Disruptors!
Ooh, gets both of them. No connections there on those Disruptors. Hit and miss units for sure.
Okay, hero's
and
looking
ByuN's
to
like
maybe set up a surround, but ByuN's not giving him the time as he just charges forward.
No, those Zealots don't go for a counterattack. They don't try to set up a surround at all. Interesting from herO there. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He's adding more DTs. He's expanding again. Is that bottom left he's retaking? I think it is.
Yeah,
more
hero's
command
just
centers being built. Yeah, hero's just everywhere on the map.
he's taken all the bases on his side of the map, except for the gold one. Maybe because he doesn't know how to take that. Who knows? All right. ByuN going to try and engage herO once again. Disruptor gets targeted down. ByuN is so good at taking care of disruptors, which is why Protoss can be hesitant to build them. The Terran is moving out on the map, but this is the situation where Toss wants to go for a counterattack. We've now got an Archon coming on in with 5 Stalkers, but there is Liberators here to defend against this. Oh, ByuN needs to be careful here, splitting up his army like that.
Absolutely. He does. EMPs over there,
this is
too,
so
to help
smart
take
of
that
ByuN.
Nexus
He's
down.
pulling back already. A greedier, sillier Terran would have tried to get that Nexus. ByuN is a very mature player, though, so he gets out with minimal losses after initiating that fight. Grabs some of hero's units that do wander forward, an Archon for his troubles, and there's the 5th getting established.
It is. herO thinks about going up the ramp, changes his mind when he sees the planetary. And these ramps just really hard to engage up if you're a Protoss player.
He's gonna try it again, though.
Catching massive EMPs to the face, unfortunately. Colossus need to be attacking the dudes, not the planetary.
Yeah, 1,000,000 EMPs go down there as herO trades out like 80 supply to get 40 of ByuN's. Now the question is, was that enough so hero's economy can now maybe just remax quicker than ByuN? But hero's actually out of money. He's spending it as quick as he gets it. Oh, the Terran moving out, though. ByuN being a little greedy. He needs to be careful not to lose any part of his army. herO once again hitting this base, sniping down the Liberators. Going to potentially lose a few Stalkers, if not all of them.
Yeah, they're running for it, and one of them dies for that retreat. My goodness, yeah, just Stalkers fighting against large groups of Marine Marauder Ghost Medevac is not going to get it done here.
ByuN's at 172 supply against herO's 154 presently.
Yeah, we're warping in more Zealots, though. We can make that up. He just got through his bank. herO did. He needs his splash damage to be better. He needs the Disruptors to hit something. He needs the Colossus to attack the not planetaries.
ByuN is so bold to be like,
EMP.
I can take this fight. There's Disruptors, but let's go.
Yeah, I mean, the EMPs are fantastic.
Okay, Recall gets tossed down as there's a massive Recall and Warp in on top of ByuN's army. ByuN finally gives herO an okay trade. Cost him 2 Disruptors and a Colossus, but that is supply. The Terran will have a harder time replacing. ByuN also has a lot of his army moving towards the left. This means herO could have the opportunity to go on in. Liberators are setting up for the Terran, but he doesn't have that much supply. It is enough to make the Protoss hesitate, though, as ByuN kills the Nexus and moves towards the north. herO knows he's got to get something done here, though.
He gets a defensive planetary. That's not a base, but sure, taking it down is nice. You could probably get that one too, but yeah, he's just so tentative about engaging into these bases. And in fairness, the times he's committed, it's gone fairly poorly for him.
Like, ByuN has been playing this exactly how he needs to. He's now taking a fight against herO since he's grouped up all of his army. He's got to dodge that Disruptor. He does a beautiful job. One Marauder goes down, targets down the other one before it can get a Nova off. More Disruptors are there. Will ByuN pay attention? No, he's not. So he eats one, but fortunately, Blizzard patched the game, so Terran doesn't just get obliterated by those Disruptors, as ByuN's army is mainly Marauders, which survive a Disruptor shot and can be healed up by Medivacs.
Right. Yeah, they don't one-shot Marauders anymore because Protoss didn't need the help, apparently. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that saves ByuN a lot of losses there. herO looking to try and outposition ByuN, but he hasn't had too much luck so far. Finds like 20 Marauders at the top of a ramp. Meanwhile, ByuN has got Liberators at this base to defend it once again. So Zealots may kill SCVs, but it will cost the Protoss, and he's just got to back out. Like, herO's bank is not that big. His economy is not that big. 57 probes. ByuN's got a Liberator just abusing this cliff. It can't even be seen by the Protoss without something to reveal it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that Disruptors are what we want, but he does have a good number of them at this point.
He really does.
So.
That is a boatload of Disruptors. It's either going to go great or horribly, and so far it looks like it's not going that good, but ByuN misses his target and does actually eat a couple of big Novas.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Boy, am I eating my words. This is definitely a plus 20-minute PvT. Wow, they did hear me. This is great. Yeah, this late game stuff. herO is just investing so much into the Disruptors. Yeah, ByuN is just responding perfectly to these troop movements all the time. He does focus the planetary down.
Yeah, that's really nice. We've got DTs in this, but there's a turret right there to reveal them. This is going to be a pricey engagement for the Protoss as ByuN is collapsing on top of this. There's 5 Disruptors for the taking, and he is going to take every single one of them. There's the GG.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like Disruptors against an Elite Terran player are the right answer, but at the same time, it's like, well, what else are you going to do, Falcon? It's a fair question. It can be tough late game to really get that damage, to really defeat a Terran army when they have that upgrade set up, when they've got a ton of Liberators. I mean, just everything was looking good there for ByuN, and he's going to force a Game 5 here. Interesting stuff. Laughing Games are going to reboot real quick. We'll be right back, but don't go anywhere. We got a Game 5 coming.
Yeah, it'll just be a quick reboot, guys, and then we'll be back as business as usual. Back in 1 moment. Okay, we should be back live now. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen, but I figured it was worth rebooting real quick just to try and solve that lag. We are back.
Yay.
Yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, click the like button on the stream. If you're just lurking in chat, make a soup account and say hi. It takes about 2 seconds. We read all your chats. And if you do want to support the players, you can contribute to the prize pool via the gems to this channel. They are all forwarded to the players.
Yeah, not to us, definitely. So yeah, nice reboot. Nice recovery on the stream too. Way to go.
Yeah, that's one of the really nice features about soup. Like that if you end the stream, it doesn't just auto end.
Right. Gives you a chance to come back and connect and just keep going without the users having to reload or anything is awesome.
Okay, what was the last map? I messaged it to you phone, I think. Yes.
Oh
gosh, how do we pronounce this one?
Persephone? Let me hop in and we'll see. Persephone. Yeah, it's a Greek mythology character.
Oh, okay, cool.
Persephone. Let's see. She was the daughter of Zeus and Demeter, became queen of the underworld, the wife of Hades.
Oh, okay.
Her abduction by Hades and subsequent stay in the underworld are the core of the myth that explains the cyclical nature of the seasons. There you go. They've got an acceleration zone highway. There's a gold base here, says the map maker.
It's got all the things.
Yeah, insane.
All right.
Aki says she is a character in the Hades game. Awesome. Oh, she's Zagreus. Wait, we meet her as Zagreus in Hades, the video game. Zagreus is from the game, but not mythology.
I haven't ever heard of the Hades game.
Yeah, it's a roguelike.
Oh, okay, cool.
Kind of a isometric top-down, kind of dungeon crawly sort of thing. You die a lot and then keep trying, and as you die, the characters update their, like, what they say to you, so that's kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That may be the one good thing that comes out of this AI stuff is like more dynamic AI in video games. So
yeah, I don't think it's AI they're using. I think they're just like, you know, if player has died 3 times, then
that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what's also cool? Ace matches.
100%. 2 and 2, suckers. Let's go. Bottom left of Persephone. ByuN.
And in the top left, it is herO. Really having a difficult time in that last match.
Yeah. And he put so much into the disruptors and got like one great hit out of it. And when he did get a hit, that one time, the Marauders didn't even die. So it's tough. It's tough out here for Protoss late game.
Yeah. If I was to suggest something to like help Protoss in PvT late game, it would be to make like the shield upgrades reduce EMP or something. So like for every level of shields, EMP takes off like say 10 less energy or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that would be a cool way to go about it because the shields upgrade really is unloved.
It is. It's expensive is the thing. And and you're right. EMP just doesn't care if you've got shields level 3 or not. It would be nice if it did. I agree with you on that. All right. No proxies, no cannon rushing. Same side of the map again. 2 of them in this current map pool. Both Torches and Persephone sit you on the same side here.
Yeah, no scout either. From either player, which is crazy.
It's crazy in a, best of 5 rubber match for sure. What the heck is Pope Trumpet? Somicron, what are you talking about?
Oh, is that another healing zone or something there?
Looks like it, yeah.
That looks healing-y.
That is not noted in the notes about this map. Come on, guys. Help us out here. They're like, nobody reads the notes. What's Falcon doing reading the notes? What a crazy person. All right, dude. Reaper heading out. Again, short rush distance this way. The longer rush distance, let's have those speed areas to help you get there more quickly. And Reaper just kind of walks in. Oh, there is an adept. Crap.
Oh
Can we
no.
hop up? No. Run. One shot. And Reaper should be good if it just gets out of here. But if it tries
It's a greedy
juking,
Reaper.
yeah, he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
He might have regened enough HP. It's going to be tight. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. The third one. The third one, but the regen. Anywho, Cyclone coming in from ByuN does deal with that early adept stuff pretty ably, as we saw in game number 3, I think it was.
Yeah. I do
Twilight
like
Council
this.
again.
From herO. Hallucinated Phoenix. Yeah, herO will probably just keep throwing... Oh, looks like ByuN grenaded his Reaper over the Twilight Council in order to get in for a scout. Costs a little bit of mining time, but will lose the Reaper. Does not get the info that he sought.
No. And dies.
ByuN wisely playing it safe. herO throwing out another hallucinated Phoenix. And he's going to come across with that and see that it's Cloak Banshee.
Yeah, Banshee Cloak. Haven't seen that today yet. Okay.
Oh.
And totally scouts it. Now,
Command
is
center
ByuN going to
upgrade.
cancel, or is he going to go through with this?
I don't know.
I've seen Terrans do both. I've seen them keep it and then also be like,
Yeah, it's one of those things. You're like, I've been researching this for 20 seconds. I don't want to just cancel it. herO probably will throw out another hallucinated Phoenix sometime soon to confirm whether that was canceled or completed. Oh, ByuN does end up canceling last minute.
come on. Ooh, interesting.
Spends
Okay,
the
and then
gas
goes
on
for
a
a Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adept gets
Oh,
caught.
gosh. Yeah. Adepts just are so bad against Cyclones. It's just unfair, is what it is. Poor guys.
Funny thing is, they're better than they used to be. Remember
still
the
real bad.
machine gun Cyclones that were like unkillable because they were like they just had so much HP and were armored and
Yeah,
good
they
times.
had much burstier damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great. Banshee enjoying the scenery. Stalkers for
Stalkers
herO.
are good. Yeah, they're moving out.
herO stalkers are particularly good.
I think so. I think when he makes them, he gets a little extra boost.
Okay,
10%
nice
boost
building
for
placement
effectiveness.
by ByuN. I really, really like this because it means if the Protoss blinks in, he's not just going to be able to skirt around. He may go for stim, and he is going to take that trade, but it will cost the toss quite a few units. If he gets this tank too, that will be worth it, though, and he does. So ouch for ByuN. If he hadn't got the tank, it would be like, all right, whatever. But losing the tank too makes it extra painful.
100%.
And now he builds a
Fantastic blink in
command
there.
center right on the front.
Yeah. Feels a bit exposed. He's like, but there's a circle there, guys. I gotta build on top of this here hexagon. But yeah, he could blink in and pick off that SCV pretty easy. I mean, it's not like a win-win, but
No. Yeah, I guess herO just
the tank.
not poking forward to see it.
No, it doesn't know what's happening. Be a good scout, though.
Now ByuN has to wait what feels like an eternity to research stim again. Cyclone gets caught by a couple of charge lots.
Oof.
Oh, extra speedy units.
Speed. Everyone gets a speed boost.
I wonder if that... Okay, it is a % speed increase, so it makes the fastest units even faster.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, is ByuN going to move out? The Stalkers are trying to see when this is going to happen. But ByuN maybe just trying to make him think it's a move out. There's the third base happening. Vikings on the way. Stim, Combat Shield, all the stuff that ByuN needs to win this thing. After
Yeah.
game 1, if ByuN pulls this off...
Oh, well, it makes you wonder, is he just gonna, like, turtle again? And be like, that was great, let's do that again.
Yeah, let's get 4 bases and then eventually a 5th base and just win that way.
Yeah, just let the Protoss attack into you and defend. It really is something that ByuN was confident in last game. He is trying to go for a drop with a Raven this time. Barely gets out of there without losing a full medivac. He's got to be sweating hard after that.
Yeah, I mean, this is deja vu here. Or just expanding to a 4th base. We'll get a 5th base here soon from herO 2. A lot of places to expand on this map.
Good reaction by ByuN. Keeps the medivac alive. He is... Holy cow, 3 Colossus already out. Okay, ByuN may need to abandon that 3rd. Because there's also sentries here, which are going to be able to drop really good force fields. ByuN's got units. They are unloading from the medivacs, which is important. Stalker's going to run by some Widow Mines. ByuN repositioning. He does have a tank, but now he is up against these Colossus. Anti-armor missile goes down on the Colossus to soften them up a little bit. SCVs are pulled very preemptively by ByuN. He will lose many of them, but that may be the price he needed to pay to stay alive.
Oh, yeah, that hurts. But again, we were in this position the last game where herO had a 25-30 worker lead on ByuN, and it didn't matter because ByuN was making incredible trades consistently. So,
yeah, herO may not be willing to let that happen again, as he does just charge forward. Zealots get on top of one of the tanks immediately. Stalkers targeting down the Vikings. ByuN is stimming forward with his Marines and Marauders.
What's he attacking the rocks for? Dude, herO's targeting on the Colossus has been so weird today, but it looks like he's going to win this thing anyway.
Yeah.
Man.
herO does persevere and breaks ByuN. GG.
Wow. So GG. It was tougher than maybe it was looked like it was going to be after game 1 there, but herO does make it out of the